What's up everybody? So in this video, I'm gonna try something a little different. And instead of talking about investing, saving, or paying off debt, I'm gonna talk about a person named Iman Gadzhi. Specifically, I'm gonna talk about the 3 financial lessons that I learned from him from watching his videos for the past 3 years, and that could help me achieve the financial freedom that I'm looking for. Now, some of you might be asking, who is Iman Gadzhi? And before I go talk about Iman, I first wanted to give you guys a brief history about myself and give you the reason why I'm making this video in the first place. To those of you who don't know me, my name is Dennis, and in this channel I talk about personal finance as well as my continuous journey to financial freedom. Now, I grew up in a family where I was the last child of 3 kids. And I'm not talking about like a year or 2 difference. I'm talking about I have 2 older sisters. One of them is being 15 years older than me. The other one is 10 years older than me. So my parents are in their mid-60s as of right now. Now, after both my sisters got married and moved out of the house when I was very young, I ended up living alone with my parents, with them living paycheck to paycheck every single month just to support me. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I didn't just live in a poor household. My parents have done really well for themselves back in their country, but that was around 30 years ago and 2 migrations ago. So they ended up migrating 2 different countries back here in America, which led them into circumstances where they had to live paycheck to paycheck. Now, my parents grew up with the old school mentality where you have to go to school, get a good degree, get a good 9-to-5 job, and work to support your lifestyle. And as time went on when I was a kid, I ended up adapting that lifestyle, going to school and trying to get a good degree. But around 3 years ago, when I was 24 years old, I was sitting at school and I realized that there are far more better ways to make money online versus just sitting at school, getting a degree and getting a 9-to-5 job. Now, tying all of this back to who is Iman Gadzhi, that was around the same time where I started watching his YouTube channel. Around 3 years ago, he was 19 years old and he was doing very well for himself. Now, at first I thought that this 19-year-old kid was fed with a silver spoon and didn't have to do anything to achieve where he is at right now. But then as I went through his past videos, I came to realize that that's not true. He had a very similar story to mine where my parents or his mom migrated from one country to another and ended up working a 9-to-5 job just to be able to support themselves. Both of our families ended up moving from one country to another and put into circumstances where we had to live paycheck to paycheck. But the main difference was that at 16 years old, Iman actually did something about it and he started his own business. Now, from the age of 16 to 19, he ended up scaling his business to a height that I've never anticipated anybody could do in my lifetime. This gave him the ability to do something that I've wanted to do for my parents for a very long time now, and that was to retire his mom. Now, based on my past of what I just told you guys, and based on Iman's history, I realized at 24 years old that the path that I decided to take was not the right path to be able to retire my parents. Back then, at 24 years of age, I started looking for better or different ways to earn more money. Now, that doesn't mean that I quit school. I still finished my degree, got my 4-year bachelor's degree, and I even went to nursing school afterwards for 3 years. I realized that I needed to do something more than just go to school and get my degree in order to be able to retire my parents. This led me down a rabbit hole where I was looking for different ways of making money online in the past 3 years. And that's actually part of the reason why I started this YouTube channel, to share my financial journey with you guys. Now, it took me a couple of years to get the courage to do something different with my life. And that's why only recently I started taking action towards that goal. Now, going back to Iman Gadzhi, right now he's 22 years old and he ended up growing his net worth tremendously in the past 3 years since I started watching him at 19 years old. From the age of 19 to the age of 22, his business grew exponentially and he's right now one of the top influencers online. Now, I fully understand that this took him a whole 6 years to achieve, from the age of 16 to the age of 22. But I know that there are many young people out there who also want to achieve financial freedom for their parents to be able to retire them just as I do. But I want you guys to know this, that it's never too late to start. Right here, I'm sitting at 27 years old and I'm not regretting a second of it just because I know that my time is still to come. Now, there are 3 specific financial lessons that I learned from Iman Gadzhi that I started applying to my life about a year ago. And the first one is that you always have to manifest a future vision of yourself in order to achieve the goals that you're looking for. And that's very important because mindset is key. Manifesting a future successful vision of yourself actually has a name. This is called the law of attraction. Now, I heard many people talking about the law of attraction before Iman, like Tony Robbins and Steve Harvey. But once Iman started talking about it, I paid a little bit more attention because he was exactly where I was a few years ago. I realized that no matter how much I wanted to achieve financial freedom for my family and my parents, my mindset was still not there. I always had this internal doubt where I didn't see myself successful in the future, but all of that has changed with the law of attraction. Now, you guys might be asking me right now, but Dennis, how is this a financial lesson? Well, let me tell you, because any single mindset that you have right now will always either lead you to money or take you away from money. If your mindset, just like mine was, doesn't envision yourself successful in the future, then there's no way you're gonna get there. But if you see yourself successful in the future, you have a clear path going backwards, taking step by step backwards in order to get there and be successful. Now, no matter if you know this specific path for yourself right now or not, it's still a good idea to have a successful vision of yourself for the future so that you can eventually get there. Now, moving on to the second financial lesson that I learned from Iman, which is pretty simple. It has two words: monk mode. To give it a simple explanation, monk mode is a phase in your life where you decide to shut off all of the distractions around you and concentrate on work. Now, I personally think that this is the most important lesson out of all three of these lessons, since this one actually requires you to get down in the trenches and do some work. Iman taught me that with monk mode, you have to set specific variables for yourself that you're gonna keep up with every single day. For example, his staple 3 variables are 10 minutes of meditation, 30 minutes of exercise, and no alcohol. Now, I have to completely agree with that because after implementing all 3 of these variables in my personal life, I started feeling so much better in my journey to financial freedom. I think that no matter what variables you choose for yourself, monk mode is different for every single person. But the point is to actually implement monk mode to be able to do the work in a certain period of time. Now, I know that this one lesson alone can help me save a lot of time and do more work in a shorter time span. Now, moving on to the third financial lesson that I learned from Iman, which is simply never quit. Now, I know I said simply never quit, and you guys might be thinking to yourself, yeah, Dennis, it's not that simple. Now, nobody knows this better than I do, but Iman is absolutely right because once you quit, you effectively gave up on that goal that you set yourself initially. Now, no matter what path you chose for yourself, once you say these words out loud that you quit, or even if you think these words, that means you're guaranteed to fail at the thing that you set your mind to. Now, the reason that this is also a financial lesson is that no matter what you decide to do to earn your finances, to earn your financial freedom, once you quit that thing, that means you're guaranteed that you won't achieve it. Now, this is the type of mentality that I learned from Iman and I realized is very powerful for my goals and aspirations. By the way, guys, if you're finding this video helpful so far, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel so that you can help this video spread to more people. Thank you. Now, to summarize all 3 of these financial lessons, all 3 of them together make a powerful message. Having a future successful vision of yourself is a very important mindset to have if you guys want to achieve your goals. Having the right work ethic with monk mode will help you actually get the work done to achieve those visions that you're having. And never quitting will allow you to get to that goal no matter how long it takes because you never give up. Now, according to Iman, financial freedom starts with earning more money. And I completely agree with that. You guys have to concentrate on different ways to earn more money. But knowing what to do with that money, whether it be paying your debt first or investing first, is also very important. That's why I made this video right here where I talk about what you should do with your money. Pay your debt first or invest first. I hope you guys enjoyed this video that's a little bit different than usual, and I'll catch you next time.